Hi, my name is Jackie, and today I'll share with you our company, MyUhuria. 53% of Americans are currently living paycheck to paycheck, depending on the study. And this is not a problem for low income people, but also high income earners. 38% of people who earn over 100K also report they're living paycheck to paycheck, especially for Gen Z. 72 to 73% of Gen Z are also living paycheck to paycheck. This is where my Euphoria comes in. You're not having a financial problem, you're having a system problem. So at MyUhuria, we do our best to provide financial education on how to navigate. So this is a transformation. We look at your debt, your bills, your subscription, and all that information, and also provide you ways to generate income streams, different income streams. And I am excited to take you to this journey because hi, for joining. My Euphoria is derived from the word uhuru, which means freedom, and Euphoria is a state of freedom. And when you join my Euphoria, it means my state of freedom. And one of the reasons why we formed this company is if you are in a situation where you are having so many subscriptions and you can't figure out how to maintain them or where they're coming from, and your paycheck keeps disappearing. The moment you get it on Friday, it ends on Saturday. This is for you. If you're a stay at home mom and you can figure out your finances and you want to have other sources of income, other sources of income streams, this is for you. If you're retired and you're trying to figure out how to maintain your paycheck that you get from the government, and then also to have other sources of income too, somewhere digital, and you want to figure out step by step how you can actually navigate through that. And that's where MyUhuria comes in. MyUhuria is a transformation financial wellness app. So it transforms you for figuring out your debt, your bills, your subscriptions, and your income, analyzing them, and you have a financial coach that actually takes you to discovering new income streams. If you're a beginner level, if you are a professional, this is for you. And here we are at the landing page. Stop living paycheck to paycheck. Start your plan today. And in this dashboard, we do have three plans. We have the starter package. We have the most popular one, which is $12.99, and it gives you more of what you might choose. And this is all options for you. You can either start with free, and also you can, if you want to have full experience, you can go to the $19.99 and you can have explore income exploration ideas that can take you deeper, and you also have full financial planning tools and personalized progress tracking. And I will go over, there's, the common questions that you can go through. And if you have any questions on the policies, the terms of service, disclaimer, we also have options to actually delete your information if you choose not to want to have history or information that can be shown, right? And in the dashboard here, of course, we have features. We have AI financial planning, daily action steps, income growth, debt freedom path, goal tracking, smart budgeting, and it shows you step by step on how to first, since you're a new user, you can, when you start signing in, it gives you an option to create an account. So once you create an account, it takes you through onboarding process, and this is the tell us about you, get your plan, and watch yourself glow. So in here, I'm gonna go into signing in. It gives you a quick stats of your current snapshot, and also tells you about your wellness. Your wellness score is based on your income, your expenses, subscription, debt payments. Where do you stand financially? Are you comfortable? That's how we analyze and give you a wellness score. Okay, and here in this account, it is connected to my Bank of America. We use Plaid, which is used globally, and they're the ones that manage their financial data. All MyUhuria gets is the read-only data. We do not make any changes to it. If you want more details about our data policies, privacy and securities, please go into the footer. You'll be able to find that information in detail. So in this account, you can see that it has 1,072 and 69 cents. If you choose to disconnect account, you can disconnect it. Okay? And if you choose to connect your bank account, you can select connect, and the Plaid company UI shows up, and you're able to sign in and be able to be connected to your bank account. So since I'm not doing that right now, I'm just gonna exit it right now, and then we're gonna go through the flow of your dashboard. As we go through the flow of your dashboard, this is your month at a glance. How much is your income? How much is spent? And what are the recurring expenses? For instance, every month you do get your bills, you do get your subscription, and they're, like car loans, right? And things like that. So those are constantly recurring. So here there's an option to view recurring this month. So in this link, it takes you to the recurring page. And as you know, MyUhuria is not a financial advisor. It's actually a financial educator. Okay? So in here, as you go through, it gives you what you actually put in the budget, the recurring, your income, and things like that. So it provides you what's available and what's coming. What's the upcoming bill that you're expected to be taken out of your account? So if you have like 10 upcoming bills, it will show here that you have 10 upcoming bills that you have to pay attention to. So you're not surprised, like, oh my God, I'm overdraft. What's happening, right? And also you either shows when you're onboarding, you usually select how much debt you have, how much are you having in your income. So in that process of onboarding, it actually brings your data here. Today's plan. So this is like ice, okay, ice on the cake of MyUhuria. MyUhuria provides you a coach, a financial education coach that can analyze your information and tells you a bit about what's going on with you. So when you click chat with AI coach, you can go to the AI coach page. And I like to ask, the last time I asked, help me split my income so I can become a millionaire. Okay. And it gives you a breakdown of how you can actually be financially educated and be able to hopefully become a millionaire someday. There is no guarantee, but of course, this is a financial education, just like a teacher teaching you or your rich uncle teaching you how to become a millionaire someday, right? So as we go forward, let me ask a question here. How do I decrease my debt? Okay, so it goes into all the information that you put into this application, and then it analyzes, hey, how can I help this person decrease their debt? In my case, it says reducing debt is a powerful step toward the financial freedom you're looking for. Looking at your profile, you have 15,000 car loan with a 650 monthly minimum. Since the APR, I did not put the APR, so I'll probably have to put that in. You aren't losing money to interest, which is a huge advantage. And most people, if you put in, let's say your APR is 30% or your APR is 5%, it gives you a whole different perspective. So the more information you put up about yourself, this is where you'll be able to discover how you can actually decrease your debt. Okay, so it actually gives you advice to decrease this debt faster while managing your 10,000 monthly income. Try these tips. It tells you the snowball method, the automate savings, the audit variable spending, your next steps. It actually tells you what you should do next. Okay, I'm going to go back to the dashboard and we can go over one of amazing thing that I love. Since I'm on a premium account, so if you start on your free account, you probably won't have all this. You might have a small part of it just to show you how it works, but you will not have the full experience of what you'll receive just by using this application. My favorite part is the Smart Insight. When I click Generate Insight, it goes line by line. Okay, it tells me food budget reached its limit. So I had put in my food budget limit for the month with my family is 1,000. And then I just discovered, every week I go in and I spend like 250, right? And then I'm out of money. That's my 1,000 budget. So it does tell you like, hey, I did put in here that I already spent the 1,000. So it tells me that I've already spent 1,000. And it tells you keep an eye on small daily treats will help you to keep remaining on 8,600 on task. So you can decide to adjust your budget. The second one is opportunity. Potential savings on your internet bill. Your 136 internet bill is slightly above the average for many high-speed plans. Explore a more competitive rate could free up extra cash for your debt goals. Yes, I want the premium internet speed, but of course, there's always new deals that come up in different companies. So this is a way you can explore how to reduce your internet. And the next one is a win. The win is accelerate your debt-free journey. Of course, I need to put in my percent interest. So here it can actually tells me that if it's an actual win, right? Every extra dollar you pay goes directly to the principal, helping you clear this debt significantly faster. So if you have zero interest, that is like not in this world, right? You are paying everything just in principle. So if you decide, let's say you go buy a used car and it's like $5,000, right? And you just pay cash or yeah. So you are not, if you say the 1% interest rate, you just pay the interest rate plus the majority principal, right? And you might pay off very, very fast compared if you have 31% interest rate, which is very, very common in the current environment for majority. 1 out of 4 people, maybe the statistics might change, but 1 out of 4 people are living paycheck to paycheck. So if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're in a lot of people that are going through that right now. And it's common and it's not going to be ashamed anymore. You have some financial educator at home that can work with you. Okay. It's just like you can pretend like that's your best friend that's successful and deciding to work with you. That's MyUhuria. Okay. I mean, for me, that's what I treat her like. Okay. The next winning is exceptional spending control this month. You have successfully kept your total spending to just 14% of your income. This is a fantastic foundation of overcoming the feeling of living paycheck to paycheck. Okay. And there are the options. It shows you the progress here, everything that you usually add. This is your main dashboard, your quick actions. You can add expenses. You can ask AI. You can add goals. And I'm in the proactive subscription. So I will move on to the budget. We're going to move on our next page, which is the budget page. Here, Of course, I disconnected my account, so but the information is still gonna be there since I did put it initially. Once you disconnect your account, does not mean your data disappears. It just means you disconnected at the moment, and you can reconnect, and it can give you better update on what your current bank situation is. And then the system will recalculate everything and pull the current data in real time. Okay. And you're on the budget page. You have budget, income spent, and then you have a monthly glance, and then because of recurring expenses, we have a save to spend option. And then it tells you how much, it's safe for you to spend, right? And of course, we have icons here that tells you if you're confused of what this page is about, there are help icons that you can select and it can tell you what that page is about. Okay. There's income minus spent minus recurring charges still expected this month. Okay. And then you can add your income here. For instance, you have three cards and you only just linked one card. In the other cards, you did not want to link them. You just come here and just add your income, right? Maybe I can say I have $3,000 in that extra account, and maybe these are, oh, I like side hustle. Oh, sorry. What did I put in here? Income source name. Let's say I'm married. I don't want to put that. Let's say Capital One. How about that? Capital One. And let's say the amount is $3,000 and I get this monthly or every 3 months or something like that, right? And then I can put in today is the second, right? And then I can put in the notes in here. This is for digital products. Okay, if you, for instance, your other side hustle is having digital products, you can be able to actually add in here and say, hey, I get extra income. That's $3,000 extra. I'm just putting in here. That does not mean have digital products. Or maybe I do, right? The next one you have, maybe I have 9 to 5, and I have a monthly income. This is also added, right? And here is the spending breakdown. So I didn't do a lot of information in here, but in here, if you have a lot of transactions, you can add in here. For instance, food and dining was 1,000. Housing can be like electricity bills or water and things like that. They're put in the housing category, and rental and things like that, right? And then it shows you a dashboard. I did put in a lot of information on week 5. So it actually kind of shows like in week 5, I have a lot going on, but it's just through the month, right? So it's good to actually, for your week 1, you just focus on your expenses for that week. In week 2, you put your expenses, and week 4, week 5, and things like that, so that your dashboard can correlate to what you're currently experiencing in your bank account, or I guess your financial situation, right? Or your cash flow. So the good thing here, the other exciting part is the spending insight. It actually tells how you're putting in your information about your income flow or financial situation. It gives you some insights of what's going on. For instance, here there's a spike on week 5. It says week 5 was your highest spending week at 1,360. Spreading expenses more evenly across weeks can help you stay on track. Okay. And then of course there is the generate insight. So it analyzes your finances and provides you insight. This is more similar to the main dashboard. And then it actually gives you more insights on your wins. Like, great, start on your travels. So I think I'd put in, we plan to go to Maldives next year. Ha! And then I just put in what amount we want to save for it, right? And then you have the spending categories. So whatever you put in that you have spent, like transportation, I should have added lifestyle. If we went to movies or dinner, you put in your lifestyle. You have the debt payments, how much you have paid so far, how much you've saved, subscriptions for that time, for that month, right? So this is a new month. These are extra expenses that you'll be having to put in, right? And all the recent expenses that were put in already. So we're gonna go to recurring. Recurring, it tells you that, for instance, there was a car payment, internet, Netflix. It does pull in from the dashboard. So it does, so you can go back and see, oh, you see that the $3,000 that was added in there? Oh, that's exciting. Okay, and there's the inflow and there's the outflow. Inflow, there's the maybe your paycheck to paycheck, I mean your 9 to 5 employee, and you also have your side hustle income, right? So you can it shows you what's inflow and what's outflow every month. So those are just recurring expenses, recurring income and expenses. Okay. And the next one is, so I'm going to change the visual so you can see the transformation here. So this is where we're going to go. If you go up here, there's a moon icon and you can select that. Oh, I love this. I love when it changes to, it makes me feel like I'm transforming and I'm actually having empowerment and I'm going to be in control of my situation. Okay. So these are your goals. Okay, if you can see here, I have two goals, save emergency fund, and I have travel to Maldives with company. Okay. Oh, the third goal is I would like to uh, give church. And this is like a church. We're doing this save a seat, save 3 seats. And right, target 3 seats. I think they're like 12,000. Who knows? Target amount and current amount. I'll say, let's say $100. You know, let's start with 20. Let's start with $20. And then as God blesses up more, you never know what would happen at the end of the year. We might have 3 seats to give to church, and the 3 seats is mainly contributing to spreading the gospel. Okay. So yeah, target dates, target dates. Let's put, yeah, the 31st of December. By New Year, 2027. No, 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 no. Yes, the first. The 1st of December, hopefully we'll have given to God $12,000, right? If we can go to Maldives with all this money, we can give to God 12,000, right? And it gives an AI goal insight at your current pace. Consistent small contribution add up. Stay focused and on your top priority. Okay, and I love this quote. Every dollar saved is a step closer to the life you deserve. Okay, and then we have option here. You can update your progress. You can select, you can change what's current amount, and then you can, 10,000 or whatever it is, right? And then the next favorite part is the income. Okay, this is like gold. I call it the holy grail. Okay, in here is you're exploring your income streams. I know right now, most people feel stuck. They go to work, they probably work 8 to 12 hours and they don't see where the money is going. By the moment it's December, you're like, oh my God, how am I buying gifts for people? And my savings is zero. Right? So in here, what we're teaching about is being able to have other sources of income. Don't put all your baskets, don't put all your eggs. Oh, wow. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? You gotta diversify. But at the same time, when you are, yeah, your incomes needs to be diversified. And also, when you are just starting, you kind of want to start investing small, right? Not financial advice, financial education. Okay, now I'm going to go over this important notice. This app provides educational financial guidance and does not guarantee income based on your input. Results may vary. So if you put your input and then it gives you a whole different plan, that's because how you put your data in. And you might be missing something information or you might be putting too much information, right? It just whatever your situation and whatever it builds to you, try your best to figure it out if this is. And also I would say speak with your financial advisor, right? Make sure they're aligned to what changes you're planning to make in your life, right? Sometimes you go and you say like, I'm gonna wake up and just cut all my credit cards, right? Not a good idea for everybody, right? Some people, it might be good. Some people might be very bad, right? Always consult a qualified professional before making these financial decisions, okay? The next one is Income Plan Builder. You can explore personalized income ideas and build an action plan based on your skills and availability. Okay. And then we're going to select Start Now. And this is the dashboard. Tell us about you. We'll create a personal plan based on your goals. Hours per week you can commit. For instance, I'll say I can only commit 10 hours. I have so much going on right now, and I need only to be able to do 10 hours of this. Okay. Or you can say, I'm currently unemployed. This is going to be my full-time job. You can put in 38 hours or 40 hours, right? Let's just stick to 10 for now. You have option. How's your skill level in doing side hustle or income streams, extra income stream ideas, right? You can have a beginner version. I have no clue in this digital world and I'm starting from scratch and I need guidance, right? You can also say, hey, I have created a digital product or I have done freelance, so I know what's going on. And then there are those people who are experienced that have actually built businesses and they just want to explore more, right? So I will start with a beginner because that's where most people are. They're focused on just 9 to 5 and they just don't know the other world exists, right? And you can choose preferred income style. Either you're doing online or you want to do passive or service based or creative. So I'm going to choose just online. Okay. And then I want the system to build my $1,000 plan. Okay. So this is mainly, look at that. Okay. Your income plan is here. You have your goal progress. You can put, let's say you just sold a digital product and you have like, you know, $30, right? Recommended for you, sister beginner, right? We have the virtual assistants, which is social media focused. There's a niche digital products and template. There is how do you reach 1K? 5 clients times $200, acquire 5 recurring paying, right? Okay, so how to reach 1K? You have 5 clients, you're getting $200, you acquire 5 recurring clients paying $200 a month. You have a plan, right? And it's easier to get it to 1,000. So it kind of breaks it down for you. Now, you already have, okay, so I'm going to be a virtual assistant. How am I going to do that, right? First, so what it does, the full experience is you have a 4 week action plan. 4 weeks, all right, to get yourself in track, to get yourself, in this speed of doing things, right? They say it takes 21 days to form a habit, right? And in this situation, it's all about consistency, right? Consistency builds profits, right? 4 week action plan. Your week one, it tells you foundation and niche selection. Set up a professional profile on Upwork or LinkedIn, identify a niche, create simple social media posts in Canva to show style, and what's expected out of you doing these three things, right? A professional profile and a list of 50 target clients. Okay. And then there is daily momentum action. Spend 20 minutes engaging with potential client, send three personalized outreach DMs, learn one new feature of a tool like Canva, Buffer, or ChatGPT, update your profile, post one piece of valuable content, right? So this kind of takes you from week 1 to week 2 to week 4, right? And of course, there are options here of how to use this page. You have all these details, right? Step by step, add income source, track multiple streams, explore income ideas, build an action plan. So you can go to those help icons every page and it will tell you what you need to change, you know? And then we have our dear Alora, which is freedom. You know, this my year is all about freedom, right? And this our motto to make sure like you don't have, what do we say? We usually say you don't have a money problem, you have a system problem, right? You have been conditioned to spend, 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 and we're not conditioned to, save. Save feels like you're limiting yourself, but also we're not conditioned to have multiple sources of income. We're conditioned to go to school, get your degrees, and go to work, right? The entrepreneur part, if your 9 to 5 doesn't feel relevant to you. But I would say that if you are planning to have a freedom, what is this? If have some kind of freedom, some kind of free ability to spend time with your family, you want to explore what are the sources of income out there, for education purposes, right? So there is our dear. I'm like, hey, Alora. Yay. And then it's search for information. Yeah, I'm here. I'm ready to help you navigate your income management page since you're a business owner. It gives you a breakdown on income. What exactly do you want to do here? Right? So it gives you all the information that you need. Right? And then it gives you notification of all the changes you've made. Right? And then I would go to my profile, right? I am on the VIP, I'm on the premium, I'm on the platinum price, we have full access to all features. And in here, I can edit my profile, right? There's my name. I can edit my financial information that goes back to the dashboard. So be careful when you add making changes here. Anywhere you make changes, they're connected to every page. Okay. So you can say preferences, financial. What are your priorities? What are your financial priorities? You can say pay off the budget, grow income, budget better. What's your lifestyle type, right? Are you a minimalist? Are you balanced? You're comfortable? Are you ambitious? So anything you do in your profile, it can change your whole income, your processing of information in here. Okay, so be careful, be very selective how you do choose what your preferences will be. Risk comfort, I chose moderate. I don't want to be too aggressive, I don't want to be too conservative. And then saving goal, 500 a month here, and then you save, right? And then you have, of course, I just did show the notification. There's option to get email notification, push notification, and then you just save, right? And then you have an option for privacy and security. In this page, it's very crucial to review all that information, right? We have two-factor authentication. You can choose to set it up. You have syncing all this. Every time you log in, it kind of tells you that the last time you logged in your phone, you logged it in your. I did log in for a lot of hours. The most recent times I did log in the. Let me refresh this. There we go. Okay. I love the dark mode. Makes me feel powerful. I can do anything in this world, right? You can change your email, you can change your passwords, you can export data, you can download your data export, you can clear specific data that you don't want to keep track of. And you can also choose to delete your account. You'll have 30-day grace period to change your mind. After 30 days, all your data will be deleted. And once it's deleted, it's because this is part of policies, a policy to allow customers the freedom to delete their own data, right? So we don't restrict people what they want to delete out of their system. Okay, so that is my Uhuria. I want to thank everybody that stayed from the beginning to the end, and I hope that you will you get a chance to subscribe and actually use this product. And I would love feedback. We would love to know, hey, this is helping me and my family, or this is basic, I need more, right? So we can enhance as much, and we can be able to, our goal is to change one family at a time, because family argue most about finances, okay? And marriages break a lot with finances. And you can see one of the biggest reasons for family or friendship or marriage that break up is money, right? So if you're able to manage that, I would say that is freedom. That is my Uhuria. So hopefully to talk to you soon. My name is Jackie, and I would love to hear from you. Thank you.